Hello and welcome to Love Anything Art. Start with a ball of orange and a ball of yellow, and then flatten both. And then use your roller and flatten them a little bit more. And then you'll want to cut them into even-sized squares. Cut each of them in half. Flip them over and then rotate and stack them on top of each other. And you'll repeat with both colors. Place them right next to each other, slightly off-center. Chop off the little pieces that are hanging off of both ends. Gently push the pieces together and flatten. Fold it over on itself and then flatten. Just continue this process of flipping it over and flattening it out until you have a nice gradual color change from the orange to the yellow. It'll take you about 20 to 25 times to do this. And that's about as good as I need it to be. I'll just fold it over onto itself, and I do want the yellow to be a little bit longer, so I'm just going to take a piece of yellow and connect it to the yellow piece. And then flatten it. I do want to welcome everybody to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. I do appreciate it and would love to see this community of mine grow. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. Now I will roll it up from the orange side to the yellow side. Woo, swirlies. And then you'll just want to roll it out until it is long and thin. I've removed the messy ends, and then I will just slice off 6 even-length pieces. I'm using a ball of teal colored clay, and I'll just roll it out until it is thin. And then I will take the pieces that I sliced off earlier, and I'll slightly pinch them between my fingers to flatten them a little bit. Then I'll just want to shape each one into a flower petal shape. And then on each of the flower petals, I'll just take my needle tool and I'll make little lines going down the petals. Back to my slab of green clay, I'll take this wire texturing brush and I'll texture the entire surface. And then also flip it over and texture the back. And then also, just to give it a little bit more further details, I'll just use the side part of my wiring texturing brush and go over just lightly over the surface. Because it is kind of thin, I'm just going to go ahead and fold it over on itself. And then give it a nice light texturing, just to join all of the pieces together. To put on the flower petals, you'll just bend and shape them into just random petal leaf kind of patterns. And just keep bending and shaping them and putting them on there until they are in a circle. And I wouldn't push them down quite yet. You could just set them on the top just in case you need to rearrange them as you go. And then take your needle tool or a toothpick and then just gently start pulling the flower petal into the center to fill that up and to make the petals a little bit longer. And also this will help thin out the clay. Ooh, that got bright. Sorry about that. And then I'll just indent the center a little bit, just to give it a little bit of depth. To further embellish this beautiful flower, take some orange and red clay and mix them together. You'll need a little bit of red clay in relation to the orange amount. And then you'll get this pretty reddy orange color. And then you'll just want to roll it out until it's kind of long and thin. Cut off several pieces, varying in size length. Start placing them on top of each other, just stacking them gently. Laying a few out side by side, and then the others you can just stack on top of each other. I would recommend starting with the longer length pieces in the back and then working your way to having smaller length pieces in the front. And then gently place this in the center of the flower, just however you want it to look. Once you get it in there how you like it, then you can just slowly start to form it in there just by taking your needle tool and pressing it down. And then you'll take a little bit of brown and a little bit more red and mix them together. And then roll that out pretty thin. Cut off even length pieces. You'll probably need about 7 or 8 of these. And then gently smooth them between your fingers. And then place one at the end of all of the little red stems. And then roll some brown clay out super thin. And then cut off the world's almost smallest piece of clay. And you'll need a whole bunch of these. And then just start placing these on your flower petals. You want them towards the center part of the flowers, not so much towards the outside. And then cut out your shape. You could cut out a circle shape, a square shape, a triangle shape, really kind of any shape you want. I'm just randomly making little cut marks until I have it the way I want it to look. And that is my random shape pattern. I like it. And at the last second, I did decide I was going to roll out some orange clay, and I'm going to texture this, both the front and the back. And then I will place the little green cutout on the orange clay. And then I will just cut and mirror what the green cuts look like. And then I will make sure all of my little edges are perfect. Time to bake. And I did decide to put some black paint on the orange clay, both the front and the back. Totally optional, but I do like painting the clay. Once it's dried, take a damp soapy cloth and then just wipe off all of the excess paint. And since this will be a pendant or a charm piece, I do need to drill a hole at the top for my finding. Then I will put some resin on the orange part of the clay, both the front and the back, and then also on the flower. And this is my piece all put together. I really like the way it looks. And I went ahead and made some earrings also. For the back, for the little finding piece, I did just take a piece of that rolled out clay we made and put it on the back between the flower and the finding. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!